All right, welcome to another episode of Idiocracy Talk Radio. Believe it or not, the talent was not fired. Thank you very much.
He,
Uh,
he he didn't get his pink slip.
yeah,
He
didn't
never
get my
gave
pink
his
slip. Gonna talk a lot of random shit today, a lot of crazy people, and we're just gonna jump right into it. Tune in.
Who do you got joining you?
Your mom? That's her Bailey's house.
All right. Again, welcome to another episode of Idiocracy Talk Radio. I'm Dr. B. We got Matt. We got Josh, a.k.a. Release, the guy that changes his name like everybody else changes their fucking underwear once a day at least.
That's
God
right.
help him if they ever require him to write all of his a.k.a. aliases on a piece of paper. He will fucking forget after the first 50.
Before we go any farther, I had to change twice today.
Last week's.
I had to change twice today. Hello, incident on the 9 holes today.
Whoa, he sharded.
Well, I mean, you want to tell us that story today, man? Might as well. You open the can of worms. What happened at the golf course today?
Yeah, what happened?
And no lies. I know.
Obviously, it wasn't a hole in one.
Hold on. First, to start off, I broke 50 today. Got a 48 on the front 9. That's what we did today, 9 holes.
There you
Then
go.
my wife asked me to pick some medicine up for her because she's been sick lately. And I said, I can't go into the grocery store right now. She's like, why? Or I had a little accident on the golf course today. So, yeah, I don't want to go and
What kind of accident was it, Matt?
just a little. That was more than a shard.
I'm kind of interested to
He
hear.
thought it was a fart.
Let's just say I had to wipe more than once.
So what you're saying is you shot yourself. That
Yes, that is.
fart wasn't a fart. It was a juicy one.
So just to commemorate what my cousin says, don't trust a fart after 40.
Yeah, exactly. Especially after a colonoscopy that he just got.
There's our story to start off the night with, guys.
There we go.
That is a shitty moment.
I mean, we can go to another shitty moment. I mean, I had a big issue with Airbnb over the weekend in Indianapolis. That was a fun time.
Oh, yeah, you went to the Morgan Wallen.
Went to Morgie. So,
Right. Now, before you get started, I'm just curious because I saw photos. What was it like to be able to spend time with your wonderful brother? I mean, clearly I see photos of him just embracing you. And I mean, I know he's the golden child, so you must have felt privileged as fuck.
I thought you were gonna say I thought you were gonna say wife, but golden child was better.
I mean, I was very privileged to be in his presence. I mean, I felt.
Were you humbled? Yeah.
He's my OTC.
The one.
What happened at the Airbnb there, Josh?
Well, you see, what happened was
What had happened?
your boy got Morgan Wallen tickets right when they got the pre-sale, bought the tickets right away. So what I did right away was I went ahead and booked the hotel room that day. I was trying to be smart. I didn't want to be left out without a place to stay. And then the next day I ended up buying day 2. So I was like, well, fuck, I only bought one day for that hotel. I need something for the whole weekend. So I got an Airbnb, and I was going to end up canceling the hotel. But I was just kind of waiting to see how everything was. So coming down to about a week left before the concert, Joe booked his Airbnb like a month or a month and a half before the concert. He gets an email that they canceled his Airbnb. So now he's got no place to stay. I tell him, I was like, look, I don't think I'm going to go to the Saturday show anymore. I think I'm just going to sell the tickets. So if that's the case, then you could use my Airbnb because the hotel I rented, I was not able to cancel and I was not able to get my money back. So I had to stay there, or I could stay there. I would have just lost the money on it. So I told him, I was like, you can have the Airbnb. He pulls up to the Airbnb at like 5:00. And let's just know the concert started at 5:30. So he gets the Airbnb at 5:00. His plan was to go there, hurry up, get ready, get into a Uber, and Uber over. He calls me at like 5:05 and says, "There's people working on this Airbnb. It's under construction. The water's turned off. There's no way he could stay there."
Get the fuck out of here.
Oh, absolutely not. So I'm like, we were heading to the concert. We were on our way. We went downstairs, and I told Shannon, I was like, "Well, give me a minute. Let me go see if they have any extra rooms at the front desk." So I went to the front desk. They're like, "Well, we got one. We don't have any here at the hotel we're at now. They might have one at the Sheraton." So he had to hurry up and call the Sheraton. And I gave him the number, and he doesn't call right away like a dumbass. He ends up driving to the Sheraton. Luckily, they found him one last room. Somehow, I don't know, it wasn't really a true room. And then they got him the next day in a full room. But this is the second time we've booked through Airbnb. Joe, you're with us the first time, where I booked an Airbnb in Miami, and what did they do about 2 weeks before we went? They canceled my Airbnb. This one, my Airbnb was under construction. Luckily, I got my full refund for that. So I had to give Joe the money because he paid me for the Airbnb. So I gave him his money back. And I was like, well, they should be paying more because I had to go spend more to get a hotel last minute. Joe wanted me to fight to try to get his tickets refunded and all this. I'm like, the whole hotel room for the whole weekend. Dude, they're not going to do any of that.
Yeah, good luck on that one.
So they gave me 20% of one night. I'm like, that's not good enough. That's only $70. I was like, I had to pay over $700. The Airbnb was $620. You need to come up on your offer. It was like, you need to give me 20% off of the whole weekend, not just one night. I don't care if you adjusted the thing or not. That's not my fault. That's still on you because you have this host. And granted, I'm still waiting for a response from that host about the situation. They have not contacted me. So they finally got Airbnb. They gave me $130, which now I can give to Joe to make it so he didn't spend any extra money. So they made it right, but it's just the fact that this is 2 times in a row that I booked with Airbnb and we've had issues. And we're supposed to have another Airbnb next month in Indianapolis. Hopefully there's no issues for the Post Malone concert. Cross my fingers, knock on wood. Don't be like me. Go to Verbo. Never had an issue with Verbo. Or just rent a hotel room because never had a problem with that. Except for that one time it was me, Joe, and my mom. But I didn't book the hotel. Joe did. He used a fake credit card. And when they went to charge the room, they canceled the room.
Why the fuck would he use a fake credit card?
He used one of them Visa debit cards that like the prepaid ones that have like $50 on it. And it didn't have any money.
Okay, so it wasn't a fake. So it wasn't a fake credit card.
Correct. It wasn't a fake one, but he knew.
Okay, I was a little nervous here. I'm like, he's making up fucking numbers and just give it like, did I? My credit card number is ZA9er. Is there a fucking niner there? Did I hear a niner? Like,
He must have got it from the Leering Center.
Leering Center.
God bless the Leering Center.
So that was my fun part of the weekend. So moving on. It was good. I don't think it was as good as last year's show, but I did hear that Saturday's show was better than the Friday show.
That's horseshit. How come?
I guess he played longer.
She likes Monsters.
They had more fireworks, more lighting, and all that stuff.
That's what I'm saying. That's bullshit. Like, should be the same for both days.
I mean, I agree with you. So,
I mean, literally, it should be, hey.
I mean, I think they should. I mean,
you show up to both concerts.
You're literally going to do 2 shows in the same city. You probably need to do like different songs too.
I heard his opening act was actually really good, though.
What's that?
Heard his opening act was actually really good.
Ella Langley was Saturday. We got
Brooks and Dunn's Friday.
We got Brooks and Dunn on Friday.
I heard that was really good.
Yeah.
I mean, I
can't
believe
wait
that
till they
because, I
come in
mean, let's be honest,
Cincinnati.
Brooks
Do
and
a full
Dunn is
concert.
fucking awesome, even at their age.
So you probably got a better. I think you got a better offer on Friday than Saturday. You got Brooks and Dunn's.
Yeah, no, that's who I want to see was Brooks and Dunn. So I
Yeah,
didn't think they were going to do a tour, and I guess shortly after, they ended up announcing they were going to do a tour, and they're going to stop in Cincinnati in September. So looks like I'll be going to that one.
Got a hookup? You know somebody that works there?
I may know someone that
You
works. I may
banging
know
the office girl
people
again?
there.
You banging the office girl again?
well,
Shut
hopefully,
up, Matt! Don't tell all my secrets.
hopefully, if you do have something like that, some hookups, hopefully you remember some other people. I mean, not me, of course, because I mean, I didn't get a message on Facebook that said you could have came with us. Like your wife said to said other best friend.
Well, you see what happened was
No, fuck you.
they were gonna buy one ticket, and then the other ticket we were gonna have him do work at my house, and he said no. It was more of inviting Jen and not Brian.
Hey, tell her we're on a podcast to stop fucking listening.
Hey, Josh, can you put your headphones back on? I'm tired of your background.
Yeah, your background's kind of rude.
Yeah, she don't have manners.
until you guys see her face to face.
Rude.
She's bleeding red right now, so you gotta stay away.
Oh, damn, give her a whole hug too and just go at it.
Hot to it.
Dang.
Can't do it in the front, gotta do it in the rear. Sorry, babe. No blood back there.
Oh, wow.
Only brown.
Oh,
Can't
yeah.
have the mix
Subject
red and brown.
So many
change.
bucket lists have been checked off in that house.
I don't know. There's plenty of bucket lists apparently.
Apparently, plenty of people have checked off bucket lists in that household.
All right, moving on.
All right,
moving on.
So I know we've been goofing off and stuff like that. I do want to take a moment. Unfortunately, if you've seen the news, an amazing actor, someone that I feel like, the irony of is that most of the movies he played the muscle-bound dumb jock, but in real life, he was actually a very educated, very intelligent man. And with that being said, unfortunately, with the passing of Donald Gibb, aka Ogre from Revenge of the Nerds, he passed away unfortunately after a long battle with throat cancer.
Which is what, like 3 weeks, almost a month ago, Robert Carradine died, who played Louis Skolnick.
Yeah,
with Ogre.
Unfortunately, the character, he's known for two of his main movies that he was known for was Ogre from Revenge of the Nerds, and then also Fighter Jackson from Bloodsport.
Yeah, Bloodsport, baby, love that movie.
So, yeah. But the funny thing is, usually things come in threes, but it seems like things come in pairs. Because last week when Mr. Turner died, then Bobby Cox died. The whole Atlanta fucking situation there. Yeah, he died last week.
Oh shit.
Mr. Turner died.
Yeah, Ted Turner. Yeah.
Ted Turner's like goodbye. Bobby Cox is like, I'm gonna join you.
Yeah, I mean. Yeah, I know AEW had a big thing where they had Sting come out and do a couple nice words about Ted Turner and how everybody on the board wanted him to stop wrestling because it wasn't making a profit. And Ted Turner said, absolutely not. We're going to continue even if we take a loss. Up until they started making a shit ton of money in the the mid 90s. When Hulk Hogan came over and turned to the bad guy, turned to the NWO, and ratings started shooting up. So yeah,
Whee!
but Ted Turner did still own one of
Okay,
them
okay.
nasty ass fucking news stations too. So we won't talk about that one.
Yeah, don't know what you're talking about there, but we'll move on.
Snin. The
Where the hell
Snin
did Dr. B go?
probably go release himself. Speaking of releases, what happened today, Matt? What are you? Why are you wearing all Bengals today?
Felt kind of goofy. It felt like, hey,
Was
there are Bengals.
tonight a NFL fandom event today? A 2-hour show
Hell yeah.
talking about everything that was released today.
Hold on, before we jump into the Bengals, because I know we're going to talk about the schedule. We're going to go through that a lot. I want to talk about one more thing.
Didn't we just cut him? I thought we cut him last week.
Look, it's
He's
not fucking.
back.
Anyway, aren't you supposed to be on with a tall Asian somewhere? Fuck off.
I mean,
Anyway,
don't tempt me for a good time.
Go ahead. We love you long time. Go ahead. Go.
I mean, to be
anyway,
more consistent tests. Not really. We've only done one.
Anyway,
show.
so unfortunately, we talk about the deaths of some good actors, stuff like that. I'm gonna be in poor taste. I'll be honest with you, because I ain't gonna lie, I could care fucking less. So I'm gonna be an asshole here. So did anybody get an opportunity to watch the Kevin Hart roast on Netflix? Yes. Okay. So Matt, you'll know where I'm going with this, hopefully. But anyway, controversy has stricken because Tony Hinchcliffe apparently made a very distasteful joke when he said, and apparently the family's outraged and other people are outraged because he said, and I quote, "Kevin, the black community is so proud of you that right now George Floyd is looking up at all of us and laughing so hard he can't breathe." So apparently, family and friends are starting to argue that Hart should have stepped in and before the joke landed. But here's the irony of this. Here's the hypocrisy of this. Here's the bullshit of it. Is that another comedian made a similar joke talking about Charlie Kirk getting shot in the neck. But they're okay with that. Okay? Here's my thought process. First of all, if anyone should be outraged, it should be Charlie Kirk's family, George Floyd's family, and you can quote me on this all fucking day long. George Floyd's family can be butthurt all they want, but he was a goddamn criminal. He was a fucking scum piece of shit. Do I think he deserved to die? No. But guess what? You play stupid games, you win stupid prizes.
Hey, did you
He
know?
was a fucking dumb-ass piece of shit in the world. So guess what? It happened. Fuck around and find out. He found out the hard way.
Hold on.
So his prize was death?
Do you know he wasn't killed by Derek Chauvin?
I know. It was the drugs he was on.
Came out in the
You're
autopsy that he actually was overdosing.
Well, here's the thing, Josh. I mean,
What you talking about, Wolf?
The funny thing about that is they're like, "Oh, he said he couldn't breathe." He fucking said he couldn't breathe while he was sitting in the back of the cop car.
Well, that's because they didn't want to see all the videos that was released after the fact.
No, they saw all the videos. They just want to pick and choose what things to pay attention to and what things not to.
Well, I think the problem. Here's the problem with that whole situation was you had one clip of the video. You had 2 shots of the video, right? That everybody's seen over and over and over. I was pissed off too because I mean it looked like he killed the guy straight up. He was his knee right on there. I mean he was struggling to breathe. That's what I seen. Stop before you go. Then they started releasing other clips, but it was like a week and a half, 2 weeks later of him fighting with them in the car, kicking them, and him saying in the car, "I can't breathe, I can't breathe." Like no one wanted to see that part of it. All the images were the first video that was released. So at that point, same thing with the Renee Good thing. You get one view of what happened, and everybody wants to jump on that. They don't want to see the whole truth.
They make assumptions because the media's got to be first ones out there. They don't want to get the whole fucking story. Well, and here's the irony of this. Here's the irony of this, okay? Was George Floyd the first person to be killed by that procedural move of putting the knee on the neck?
No, there's been multiple people.
No. There was a guy by the name of Tony Tempa, a 32-year-old white male. White male from Dallas, Texas, that died in August of 2016. I know you said yes. I'm agreeing with you.
Oh, it sounded like you were like saying no.
No, I agree with you.
Okay.
That's just it. George Floyd wasn't the first one. So here's the thing. The funny thing is no one had a fucking problem with this move until the scumbag black guy. Don't misquote me. I didn't say all black guys are scum, but this son of a bitch was a fucking scumbag. I mean, he fucking beat women and everything. He's a drug user. Did he deserve to die? No. But does he deserve a fucking mural on a fucking side of a building? Fuck no. Does he deserve statues? Fuck no. Does he deserve a whole movement? Fuck no. God damn, pick your battles. He is not the sword you want to fall on. It's got a bunch of meth on it.
No, he did the meth off the sword first and then fucking fell through it.
I was like, I can't breathe. I can't breathe.
I am He-Man. I have the power. I can't breathe. I can't breathe. Okay. First of all, we'll go back to what you guys were saying. So, you got the first video of the situation the liberal way, not the truth way. Let's be honest about that. You get what they want because they want to make stories. That's what the media is for. The news is for.
Fired up.
So it's fucked up in every situation. Hold on, it's fucked up in every situation. He's saying he can't breathe, he can't breathe. But if he's in the back of a cop car saying I can't breathe, but while he's saying I can't breathe, you're breathing. When you make words and movements, you're breathing. It's logical every damn day, you know.
Well,
my daughter says the same thing when she walks. Hold on, my daughter says the same thing when she's walking off a soccer field. She's saying she can't breathe, but she's talking. She's just winded. That's what it is. Just winded.
He was winded, but it was the process of him overdosing. Because right before he got arrested, he shoved all them drugs that he had in and swallowed them. So he was in the process of overdosing.
Yeah, they had to go in one hole, they didn't go in the other one.
Yeah. You couldn't get in that hole. It would have took too long.
Fuck me, I took some pills, I sniffed some shit, and I even shoved some shit up my ass. I got it every which direction. Coming. Anyway, my whole point of that is people are getting all butthurt about the fucking comedian making a joke. It's like, shut the fuck up.
Well, I mean, it's like this too. I mean, that's a controversy, and then you've got Jimmy Kimmel doing the same thing, talking about Melania Trump being a widow, and then as soon as somebody says something about him, he's all up in arms. Oh, this shouldn't be said. This should never come out. Blah blah blah. But you're doing the exact same thing to.
Right. It's do as I say, not as I do.
So you can't have it both ways. If you're going to give it, you should take it. Sorry.
I'm sure Jimmy.
So, hold on, Joe. So what you're trying to say is he didn't deserve to die, but he was a piece of shit, so he died. So why are you picking on one instance, for instance? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Because the comment.
Well, are you talking about the comedian?
Yeah.
He made a comment. The family's upset that he made this comment, and they're like, "Oh, it was poor character, poor choice. They shouldn't have said it. Kevin Hart should have stopped him before he said it." And it's like, shut the fuck up. I mean,
so are you mad at the fact that the comment was made from the family? Because if that was your family, wouldn't you be uproar too?
Well, here's the good part. I'll never have to be in that situation because the pieces of shit that are in my family that would do something like that, I don't speak to. So fucking knee on their neck for all I care. I don't care. Okay? Because if you do stupid shit like that, guess what? You live that kind of life, you're going to end that kind of life.
You don't believe in second chances?
If you try for one, where the fuck was he trying for a second chance other than...
He was trying to breathe. He couldn't tell. He couldn't talk.
He was telling us he couldn't breathe.
Why are you getting all fucking whiny there? Calm down.
Because we have wasted too much time, too much effort, too much money, too much brain cells on a fucking drug-using criminal that he died needlessly, okay? Unfortunately, I hate that he died because here's the thing. I wish he never died because I'm tired of looking at his fucking face, okay? I'm tired of hearing his fucking name, okay? I would rather hear more conversations about Martin Luther King Jr., a good fucking man that actually did something for this world, or Gandhi, or anybody else. Hell, I'll fucking sign me up to tell me about Morgan Freeman or Denzel Washington or fucking Cisco or anybody else that's actually contributed even just a minuscule to society versus his fucking ass.
But
that's my point.
But do you understand what you're doing? It's not contradicting, but it's what the media wanted. They got you 5 years later talking about it and got you up in an uproar. So the liberals are getting to you, and you're letting it get to you. I don't know why, because you're against liberals, but you seem kind of whiny right now, so I don't understand that.
Ooh,
I'm channeling my inner liberal.
Fired.
Just trying to see where you're coming from. It's just a question. I'm trying to be like Josh here, like the controversy person will come at you. So how would you answer that question?
Well, my answer to that question would be, again, I'm tired of the double standard of you got the liberal media, the liberal actors, the liberal can talk shit about conservatives that have been wrongfully killed, like assassinated, versus sitting here and having conversations, having murals built, statues. Hell, they even tried to fucking name a school after that motherfucker. Like, are you shitting me?
But that shit doesn't surprise you this day and age. It doesn't. That's the new concept.
But Matt, here's the thing. Here's where the reason I get so fired up, okay? Because the liberal side is allowed to talk all their shit, and then they tell conservatives, oh, well, if you don't say anything, then you're complicit in being racist. If you don't say anything, then you automatically agree with them. If you don't do this, then you automatically are associated as guilty. If you don't, blah, blah, blah. So guess what? I'm fucking saying something.
And you're getting canceled. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to cancel people like us. I get it.
Guess what? I pay my subscription fee to this fucking place. Guess what? They ain't canceled shit. They ain't canceled shit.
Looks like they canceled. Canceled Josh. Looks like they canceled Josh. Where you at, Josh?
He got fired. He's dealing with the Red Queen.
Scarlet Witch. There he is. Hey, you guys.
All right. So we're going to jump in. We're going to talk about this thing that just got released, the 2026 Cincinnati Bengals schedule. Now, before we go line by line and talk about the schedule and stuff like that, I also want to get your guys' feedback on your thoughts that magically there was at least one owner out of the 32 teams that is pleading with the NFL that they should expand the regular season to an 18 games and only do 2 preseason so that they can expand the amount of overseas games to increase the revenue. Who do you think that owner was? Matt, who do you think it was?
Martin Lawrence.
Oh, you're close. Release.
Was that him? Was that close?
Bad boys, bad boys. What you gonna do?
Okay, anyway, fucking assholes, which owner do you think it was? I'm gonna fucking just stop this whole show, you fucking piece of shit.
Mr. Brown.
It was definitely that wonderful Mike Brown that should be more worried about fucking winning a Super Bowl with the 17 games. But no! We want to go to 18 games so that we can increase the revenue. Motherfucker, you got money coming out your fucking ass. How about you spend it on your goddamn team so we can win a fucking Super Bowl in Cincinnati?
Well, here's what I got to say about that. If they do increase
Tell us, brother.
Let me tell you something, brother. But anyway, I agree with Mr. Brown. I agree with him for once. I actually do agree with him. Let's increase the revenue. That way, the Bengals have more cap space, so we can continue to sign better players, so we can get that long overdue Super Bowl win.
Yeah, because that's going to happen.
Maybe in my lifetime, hopefully.
Title.
Because that's what Brown's thinking, right?
But no, I mean
that's what he's thinking.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I would have probably expected that from like a Jerry Jones or even a Robert Kraft, who has more say in the NFL. They're all about making money as well. So, good for him for actually speaking up and saying they want it, but the players don't. The players don't want 18 games. They want it at 17.
Now, hold on. I agree. I agree with Josh here a little bit. Going to 18 games, preseason ain't shit. It just proves injuries and it proves like if you drafted some shitty ass people, it's all it is. These players can make the team going through fucking practices. Now they made practices a little bit more softer now on. I'll give you that, which is shitty. Which I think you agree with me on, Joe, because it should be a little more harsh. If you're going to make fucking millions of dollars, you should be more in shape and you should be better off prepared for playing fucking NFL. But with 18 games, the only reason I would agree to that is if there was a second bye week. That is the only way I would agree with 18 games. The only thing I would agree here with, 100%. So
See,
that's my feeling on it.
He doesn't want to do another bye week. He wants to add another game overseas so that all the teams in the NFL have one game overseas every year.
So I disagree with that with you 100%. I get expanding your horizons across seas to bring in more media and expand over there, but this is an American game. It should be played in America. Like I get we go outside our country for these games, which is fine. I'm okay with what we got so far. But think about that. That's a game against the Bengals if they were a home team in an away situation. That doesn't make sense for us. Like then that's one less game we lose for our season tickets we get charged for, which doesn't make sense.
Well, not only that, Matt, but like I'm not against like bringing in other countries and stuff. But here's the thing: we're not talking about like baseball or soccer that still is a very physical sport. Don't get me wrong, but it's not as heavy an impact on the human body. And that's why baseball players and soccer players can play without any usually there's always the catch-22, there's always those outliers, the circumstances, but normally you got baseball players and soccer players that last long time in those fields. They get to play 100 some games a year for 20 years or so or whatever. Or soccer, they play so many games and they get to last a long time. Football, you don't. Like, you get hit enough, your body gets tear up. Like, I mean, these guys get punished because, I mean, the people that they're hitting against are dump trucks. I mean, they're fucking built big fucking guys. And
go ahead.
So you're trying to expand this to where it reaches the world. Well, guess what? This sport is probably not going to reach the world stage in terms of like, this isn't going to be one of those things like the
soccer,
Major League Soccer, where
it will never match soccer.
Well, never reach soccer, or even like, like we could, technically, you could expand baseball to around the world. Japan's got baseball, and have it to where teams fly and compete with each other. That's doable.
We already do
soccer, it's doable. It does it.
We already do that. It's a World Baseball Classic.
Right. Football, it's not a doable thing.
Well, if they bring back NFL Europe, which is kind of like their development league.
Well, but I'm saying the NFL, you could not create a long enough season, a large enough season with enough games to be able to contribute to teams traveling around the world to compete for a championship.
So I agree. It's a physical sport. Yes. Okay. So to say soccer gets a lot of time off in between seasons. I don't know if you noticed or not. Like FC hasn't before they played their last two games, they were off for 2 weeks. So they had 2 weeks span where they were off. And they do play a brutal schedule. Don't get me wrong. You gotta be in great shape for the shit. But I'm not gonna cry for people that make millions of dollars. I'm not. This is your dedication to this sport. You don't have to choose to do it, but guess what? They want to do it because they're good at it. They train for it. But when you're getting paid millions of dollars, I'm sorry, I'm not going to cry wolf for these guys. When they want a big, when they want, hold on, when they want a big contract, they get their big contract because they want to be a diva about shit. And it's like, okay, here's the big contract. Have you earned it? Yes, some people have, some people haven't. But look at the bust, look at up and downs over the years,
Mm-hmm.
So Mike Brown saying he wants to get more money. Mike Brown's close to seeing God soon, honestly. Let's be honest. He's going heaven or hell. He's gone. He wants a title before he leaves. So for him advocating for overseas, I think it's kind of shitty, but I'm not against it to bring in revenue for a sport that is dominating like football is. But at the same time, these guys get paid millions of dollars. And again, I don't know if you've seen the Reds, but their roster's pretty depleted with injuries.
Yep.
So that's my 5 seconds there.
So let me ask you guys a question. Do you know how many games the Indiana Hoosiers played last year? How many football games?
Football?
Yeah.
14.
16.
Oh, wait. Hold on. Playoffs too. Yes, correct. But again, they almost had a month off after their last season game.
Do you know how many Ohio State played last year? 17. Because they didn't have the bye in the first round. Right? So they were 15-2. So college, if they can play 16, 17 games, the NFL can definitely do 18. And if you really want to, fuck preseason. College doesn't have a preseason. Fuck it.
If you want to argue, they're doing 19 in the NFL.
Get rid of preseason then.
17 regular games and 2 preseason.
Fuck that.
There's 19.
You don't need it.
They're playing 19 games.
I know. Well, plus, if they make the playoffs, they're going to play more games. Obviously, they can do all the way to 20.
So then your argument about they can handle 18, they're already doing more than college does.
They're not. Yeah, I understand that.
If they make the playoffs, yes, they play more games.
No, even before they make the playoffs, 17 regular season games and 2 preseason games is 19 games.
But they're also
but some of what,
bro. Come on,
your main roster does not play preseason games a lot. Spoiler, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying, Joe, because you're advocating for the situation. I get it, but at the same time, these are roster people who make those last 7 spots on the team. For the 53-man roster.
But also understand this is a trickle down situation. Okay. The owners want more games so they can get more revenue. So you add more games. Guess what happens to the players? The divas agreed with you. They are divas at times. Start bitching and complaining that, hey, I'm working harder. I want more money.
Well, that means and they should get more money because the NFL's making more money.
So where are they getting more money from? Oh, that's right. You know what? Good news, ticket holders. Your prices just went up. Congratulations. Anyway. You have to pay more for your seat. Just because we want that one extra fucking game so that we can go overseas, somewhere else, Okay, talking about the same fucking owner that was literally begging the NFL to not get rid of the blackout games because he wanted to sell tickets.
And don't forget, he doesn't like a team that wins to get to the playoffs because he spends more money. He'd
Because
rather
he
have
has
a
to
team
spend
that's
more money.
8-8 or worse, and he did say that. But
I know.
so let me ask you guys a question. So part of the release is against Atlanta Falcons, and do you know where that game is at?
Dang.
Madrid, Spain. So On Demand has a package available for that for 2 tickets, flight, hotel for per person $5,000. I mean, that's as much as a Super Bowl ticket at that point, with the same type of amenities. So
except less is impactful or exciting.
Pretty much. So I mean, yeah, I think it's I would personally, if I had the opportunity to do it, I would probably do it. I'd probably go over there, do the game.
I'd go, but I don't know if I'd watch the game.
I mean, I might not make it to the game. I'd probably be drunk.
I'd be walking
passed out one of the pubs. But anyway, no, it's just more for the experience, right? It'd be something that I'd probably want to do. But I mean, you look at the Australia game. They're pricing American fans out of these international games, right? And they all know that. They said tickets for that Rams 49ers game in Melbourne are like $500, $600 a piece starting out.
You know why, right?
Huh?
You know why, right? It's obvious in front of your face why they're doing that shit.
Yeah.
Because they want the fans in their country to go see a game that's rarely played in their fucking country.
It's the NFL that controls the ticket prices.
What's that?
NFL controls the ticket prices, not the country.
I get it, but at the same time, they can make the revenue.
Well, yeah,
he's saying that you're raising the prices to keep the Americans out so that the people that are in Spain can actually go and watch the game. So then you're building that viewer base there. We've already got the viewer base in America, so fuck you guys. You don't get to go watch your team. We want to build new fans.
Yeah, so like London, for instance, they said they want to, if they had a choice, they want to try to buy Jacksonville out so they can come, because Jacksonville's been the most team going overseas the last couple of years, or probably the last 10 years. But they're trying to expand the horizons to Europe so we can have an NFL team in Europe. Stuff like that, which I don't get how that would work because of all the traveling. But again, NFL is amazing how they do their shit. So,
yep.
Like I said, I don't give a shit. I don't cry wolf for people who make millions of dollars, because the NBA is trying to do the same goddamn thing. That's the reason they sit their good players. I forget what they call that, where they sit them, you know. But it's just, what's that?
It's their rest days.
It's not really rest day. They call it something else, but it's just like they think they're injured, but they're not injured. I fake the shit. But it's just like, it's horseshit, because fans come to certain places to see certain players where they don't play that time, or they don't play the team multiple times, you know? But it's like, I like what the Major League Baseball did. They went to, instead of so many conference games, you play the whole schedule throughout the MLB. Basketball, I don't give a fuck about it, honestly. It's NBA. Fucking cancel about NBA for all I care. But NFL, them expanding around the world, I get what you're doing. You're bringing revenue in. You're trying to fucking expand in your cities, but I just don't see it happening. I mean, honestly, across these, that's just too much fucking flight.
They tried it before with the NFL Europe, and it didn't go good. That's why they shut that league down.
Well, and honestly, that's where I kind of would envision how they would be successful going worldwide and expanding would be, honestly, the way you kind of do it is you have the NFL in the United States. We go to the Super Bowl. You have a team, teams in Europe. They play against each other. They go against each other for a Super Bowl. And then, Asia, whoever else, okay? And then let's see out of, say, all those teams, you got Europe, you got the Middle East, you got Asia, you've got the United States. So there's 4 regions. Okay. We're not going to count Antarctica because penguins don't play football. Anyway, so you got the 4 regions. Then those 4 regions, the 4 champions of the NFL, the Super Bowls for those 4 areas, go against each other, 2 and 2, and then the winners of those go for like the World Championship. I could see it being done that way, but American teams going over during the season and playing against European teams, and and vice versa, and traveling everywhere, it's not gonna survive. It's not sustainable.
I mean, it's just.
Well, it seems like you put some thought. It seems like Joe, you put some thought into this. So you might be able to be a commissioner of this or on the board. So
maybe
they wouldn't hire me.
They want to prove it again.
Anyway, moving on from international shit. Let's break down the schedule. What was up? Your brother Matt had the schedule released at like 2:00. That was pretty accurate to what he had to what the schedule actually was. I think it was exactly right too.
He knows a janitor down there. So.
Does he? So I mean, I seen kind of what the Bengals schedule was looking like at like 2:00. I told the wife already, hey, I already made New Year's Eve plans for us, and she's like, great. I'm like, yep, we're going to the Bengals game because they play the Baltimore Ravens Thursday night, prime time, in Week 17. New Year's
8:15 on Thursday
at Cincinnati.
At Cincinnati.
Yes.
Woo, happy fucking New Year.
So, hopefully we bring home the win.
Hopefully it matters.
Well, hopefully it doesn't matter. We're already in the playoffs, and it doesn't matter if we win or lose.
Well, yeah, but I hope it doesn't matter in the meaning that we've made the playoffs. Hopefully it matters that, we're beating their ass so they don't go into playoffs. But hopefully it's not one of those things where the Ravens are sitting all their starters because we don't mean anything.
Oh, that was an interesting game.
NFL's crazy.
Week 1, who do we got, Matthew? Who do we got?
We got Tampa Bay starting September 13th.
We're going to start with Joe Burrow's nemesis from the Browns, the old quarterback, Baker Mayfield, which I think Baker Mayfield has a winning record against the Bengals and Joe Burrow. So he's one of the few quarterbacks that has that distinguishedness. I think that's going to be a tough game for the Bengals. They're going to pass a lot. We know that. They've got a good running back in Bucky Irving. He's good catching out of the backfield. They don't have Mike Evans. So I think that's going to hurt them a little bit. But I think they're going to rely on Emeka Ibuka and then Chris Godwin a lot.
Josh, let's also be realistic here. Take away that Baker Mayfield has a great record against us. Just in general, the first couple weeks of the season are always rough. Like, we don't know where we're going to be. We could be winning a game. We could be losing a game. Come out there throwing the ball to where it's hitting people in the sidelines. Like, we don't know where the fuck it's going.
I mean, we did win game 1. We did win the first 2 games last year.
Yeah, and then look what happened after that.
Well, Joe Burrow got hurt in game 2, but we still won. Then we sucked.
So you also gotta look at this. Every year Joe Burrow's been hurt. The next year he was healthy for the whole year.
Yep. So he's gonna be healthy as fuck.
Hey, if he keeps that trend, we're going to this year.
You can count on that.
Well, not only that, man, but if you look at it, the year that he comes back from that injury, I mean, we've been to the AFC playoff or AFC championship. We've been to the Super Bowl.
No, we didn't go. We didn't make the playoffs the last time.
No.
Super Bowl, AFC championship. Then, yeah, we've been out the last 3 years.
Yep. So can't say.
But with a proven sexy Dexy with that defense, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, the thing is, we have the talent, and unfortunately, we did last year too. My main concern sticks with one, like I said, I've always said it, the fucking offensive line, but also the coaching staff. Is the coaching staff going to make the proper decisions and get these guys prepared and ready to play football?
Zach Taylor, I doubt it. I
Well,
think this.
that's the concern.
I think this is a make or break for Zach Taylor and Duke Tobin. That's why I think they
I
made a
doubt
lot
it.
of these moves. No, I 100%. I think it is.
No, I don't think it is because here's the thing: Mike Brown loves a yes man. And as long as you have a coach that's a yes man, Mike Brown will do everything in his passion to not fire that yes man. He will,
Yes.
we could
Correct.
literally, as long as we meet the same level that we did last year or one above it, he'll say we're making improvements and that I'm going to stick with the coach because I have faith that he will do better.
100% agree with you, Joe. He is a yes man because Mike Brown has a guy who's not going to question him because Zach Taylor doesn't do that. He just goes out there and he performs like a puppet. Is it a make or break year? I want to say 100% yes,
100%.
but
For Zach,
I don't think it is this year.
for Zach
Hold on, let me
Taylor,
finish.
100% is.
I want to agree 100%. I'm with you on it, but I'm like 50-50 on it because of the owner situation. I agree with Joe. I kind of agree there with the quarter. But the other quarter gets me is if you make the playoffs, I could see him just staying because he made steps to improve. And all these players that signed with us this year and with the contracts that we got going forward with our big like receivers and our quarterback, we got a 3-year window to win one Super Bowl. We got a 3-year window.
Here's the
If you look
thing.
at all these contracts, hold on. Look at all these contracts. They're 2 to 3 years with the people that we currently got going forward with us. And there's a reason why we didn't draft the first round draft pick because we got a guy who's under control for 3 years who's a defensive tackle specialist. You know, he is great at his job at D tackle. But go ahead.
Here's my point to everything. You got to go back to last year. What was going behind the scenes last year? There was a lot of frustration with your quarterback.
What was going on behind the scenes last year?
I mean, we know that you're down there doing that, but
Joe, I think you're wrong. It's more like this.
I'm sorry.
Or lost skin.
But you go back to last year. You could tell there was a lot of frustration between
from the players,
from multiple players that are star players.
Not the owner. Not the owner.
Doesn't matter.
Not the guy that decides if I'm going to hire you or fire you.
Doesn't matter because it doesn't because we could have another example of Carson Palmer. 100%. I think if the Bengals do not improve and they do not make the playoffs and they do not fire Zach Taylor, I think Joe Burrow goes to the front office and says, trade me. I don't want to be here anymore.
So bringing up your example of Palmer, Marvin Lewis got fired, right?
No, Bob Brodkowski got fired.
Oh, no, he didn't.
The offensive coordinator.
Huh?
But you seen what Palmer did. He retired. He followed through, and then they traded him. Hey, go fuck yourself. I'll sit the bench, and you can waste and pay me while I'm sitting on the fucking bench.
Hold on. Let's bounce off that for a second.
Burrow's guaranteed contract.
Things we talk. Hold on. I'm getting there. Let me finish.
Blah, blah, blah.
We've been talking about this for probably the last month here and there on our podcast a little bit. Why hasn't he restructured his contract yet? Do you think the Bengals don't want to go out there and give him more guaranteed money? Is that why? Because he might pull a Carson Palmer on us? Because he'd be guaranteed to get that money then. I don't think Joey B is going that type of guy. I'm sorry. I just don't think so. I think he's going to play his 3-year contract out and see what happens to him. Hopefully, no major injuries. I think he is.
I don't.
Because the Bengals have done everything he's asked the last 2 years to make improvements. Now, whether he stays healthy, that's on Joey B. I'm sorry that he got tackled and he broke his foot. I mean, he came back and proved that he is willing to be for this team again because he came back sooner from that injury than later. You know, the Bengals withheld him a couple of weeks just so he could play the Thanksgiving night game for better reviews or whatever to give us a good chance. I mean, the Bengals are going out getting good players right now. They really are.
They did
Now,
this year. Last year they didn't. Last year
no, they do. They do. They
did
went out and
offense,
got
but they let defense go. They let the defense go.
correct, 100% across the board. That's why when Joe said earlier, he's like, yeah, they've been trying hard. I was like, not really on that defensive side though.
But
But
I'm
they did
telling
go
you,
out. They did go out. They gave us a chance with Joe Flacco. They really did. You got to give them props for that.
where
I'm
there's
with you on this halfway
you got to go
that
back.
Mike Brown's.
You got to go back to when you had all these pundits, everybody saying, if the Bengals don't start making moves, Joe Burrow will ask for his release or to get traded. They had NFL teams calling the Bengals about Burrow.
That's every fucking year because he's that
Sure
good.
they do.
That's why.
But I'll be honest. Here's the thing.
They already
Yes.
know.
Here's the thing. Do I think Burrow is the type of person that's just going to say "fuck you, I'm leaving"?
He did. Yeah. He did already.
But do I think he is also going to look career-wise and go, look, I'm tired of fucking getting hit 1,000 times a fucking season? Because yeah, you're beat like this year. Yeah, you beefed up my defense. My offense is ready to go. You did nothing with my offensive line, so I'm still gonna fucking have to scramble and everything else. Okay, so that's my concern there. All right.
If you don't,
but if we don't make it to the Super Bowl again in the next year, and we don't improve to where he's still getting hit as much as he is, he's gonna fucking walk.
That's my point. And the reason why you got to go back to when he played with Ohio State. What did he do after an injury and he lost the starting job? He walked. He got into the transfer portal. He transferred to LSU. The kid walks. If the Bengals don't do something,
he did it one fucking time. You can't say he walked.
He walked.
He walked one time.
That's plenty. You know he wants to compete. You know he wants to win. If the Bengals don't give that to him, he's gone. He's gonna pull a Carson Palmer. Carson Palmer already told him and warned him about the Bengal organization, and everybody knows the Bengal organization is a
again. I am not going to disagree with what you're saying, but the Bengals have danced around situations, but they also have met his demands of what he wants for an offense, and now they're improving the defensive side 100%. You got to admit, this offense was a total face change this offseason.
I don't think it's that. I think it all comes down to coaching. I think if Zach Taylor, if he cannot get this team back in the playoffs, and they do not fire Zach Taylor, Burrow is going to ask to be traded.
Okay. I agree with you. Like I said, they have a 3-year window with this current roster, like on both sides of the offense and defense. Again, playoff bound is this year for us. Will they keep Zach Taylor if he's still there and we make the playoffs? Yes, I think 100%.
That's my point.
Because
it's playoffs.
Because of several. Well, yes, but I don't know if you said or he said Super Bowl bound is the answer.
Super Bowl.
Not yet.
They don't make the playoffs. They have to fire Zach Taylor. If not, Burrow's going to ask to be released.
Hold on.
We were talking about two different things because yes,
correct.
Zach Taylor has to produce at least a playoff berth to keep his job.
Yes,
with a win. I say with a win. Period.
I would love but again, my defense to that is: do I believe that's what it should be? Yes, that should be the minimum. Look, you want to keep your job, win your first round of the playoff. Minimum.
Honestly,
I don't have faith in Mike Brown that he's going to do that because he likes a yes man for a quarterback or for a coach. But on the other side, what I was saying is that if Joe Burrow continues to get hit like he does every season, okay, he gets fucking hit every season 1,000 fucking times. It's ridiculous. the amount of money that we're paying for him, shit, I pay not even 1% for my vehicle, and I'll dive in fucking front of a cart before I let it get hit. And this guy gets hit 1,000 fucking times by people that are moving like a dump truck. He's not going to stick around for a playoff berth. He's going to say, fuck you guys, I'm tired of being hit. I'm going to go to a fucking team where they're going to actually block for me, and I'm going to fucking win a Super Bowl. So two different things. Zach Taylor, you don't get to keep your job if you don't win at least, one playoff game. But Mike Brown, again, loves it. The people that gobble the dick and say yes to everything. So he's not going to get fired. But Joe Burrow will walk. I foresee it because he's going to say, I'm getting hit too fucking much, and you're not providing me with the opportunity to get a Super Bowl because I can't even fucking throw the goddamn ball because I keep getting put into the ground.
All right, moving on with the schedule. So I'm going to say this. I think the Bengals have the possibility to either go 0-4 the first 4 games of the year, or possibly 2-2 to 3-1, or 1-3. There's a lot of possibilities. First, Tampa Bay
throughout all the combinations.
I know. Tampa Bay.
The only one you left off was 0-4.
I did not give the Bengals 4.
The only one you left off was 0-4.
No, I said 0-4. The one I left off was 4-0, dumbass.
Sorry, yeah, 4-0. Literally called everything else. I predict.
So, no, I mean, you look at the first 4 games of the year. We got Tampa Bay. They're a decent team. You got Houston. They're a playoff team. Steelers. Don't know who the quarterback is yet, but they always play.
But it's always a battle.
Playoff team. Jacksonville. Jackson was a damn good team last year. So the Bengals literally could be sitting there 0-4.
Well, and I'll be honest with you, Miami wasn't atrocious.
Miami's Miami doesn't scare me. They've got some Malik Willis coming in at quarterback. They lost both their receivers. They don't have a receiver. They don't scare me. So, Miami, I think, is a win.
So, Josh, let's just do the first 5 weeks because you're going into the bye week, week 6. So let's just do that. Right now, on my first time going around, I got the Bengals 5-0. Now, my second time thinking about this,
I say 3.
Hold on, my second time thinking. Hold on, my second time thinking about this also too was 3-2. I see them losing their home opener against Tampa Bay when I second time went around this. Then I got them winning at Houston, winning at Pitt, losing to Jacksonville, and then winning at Miami. Then going to the bye week 3-2.
So yeah, I've got them winning week 1 against Tampa. I've got them losing week 2 against Houston because Houston's defense is freaking sick. Week 3, I got them beating Pittsburgh. Week 4, I got them getting beat by Jacksonville. Week 5, I got them beating Miami. So I'm sitting at 3-2.
So yeah, I'll be honest. It all depends on. I mean, the way I look at it, it all depends on that first game, how they come out.
Mm-hmm.
They have the opportunity. I believe they could easily go 3-2, maybe 4-1. But if they play a shitty first game against Tampa Bay, that easily gets flipped to a 1-4.
Yeah, and
now bearing any major injuries, I can see them easily going 5-0. Honestly, before the fucking bye week.
I don't think easily. I think Houston's going to be that team that would be the team that's going to be rough to beat. Just because that defensive
you're correct. Our defense is just as good as theirs on paper right now. Now they have 2 defensive ends that are fucking spectacular. Don't get me wrong, but we have 2 defensive tackles that are actually game worthy over their defensive tackles.
But it's all about scoring.
We can't score. I agree. Houston's the tough one there. Like if we come out strong in week 1. I think that we carry that over to week 2 against Houston, still because of the battle, but that becomes kind of the indicator. And again, like Matt said, pending no crazy injuries or something like that, I honestly think if we walk away Houston and Tampa Bay with wins, we got a good shot.
Oh yeah, if we can win the first 2 games of the year, I mean, I don't think Pittsburgh beats us with that revamped offensive line.
I mean,
yes,
the only thing Pittsburgh's got going for them is that they're going to be home, so all the refs probably live in Pittsburgh and probably will call all the calls for Pittsburgh.
Yeah, but I mean, I think their defense will keep minute to a point, but their offense, they're going to struggle with the offensive line. And
Pittsburgh will have a new coach too, right?
Yet. If it's Drew Aller,
exactly.
I ain't afraid of
exactly.
Right. So very doable. Then they got the bye.
Might go to freaking Arizona.
Mm-hmm. Then they got the bye week, of course. Then let's look at the second half of the season here. So we come back from this, the bye week, go to Baltimore. Always a tough game.
That one's going to be
They
got a new coach. They're going to be breaking in a new offensive line. Their defense is going to be a lot better with a pass rush. They didn't have a pass rush last year. They will now.
Why's that?
It's because they stole our freaking defensive end, Trey Hendrickson, and their other guy.
Revenge game. Especially at Raven. Especially remember, you're at Baltimore too. You're playing in fucking Baltimore the game.
But I will also say, like again, I go back to if we leave Tampa Bay and Houston with wins and carry that momentum, I think we come back from that bye week and devastate Baltimore in Baltimore.
I hope so.
But
we did beat Baltimore last year in Baltimore on Thanksgiving, so.
Thanksgiving. But Josh, what's the one thing that I invite you guys to every year and we always lose about that time?
The Thursday night game.
Go to your house and
it's usually like Halloween.
Yep, and what's right at that time? October 25th is when that game is with Baltimore.
Oh, fuck. We're losing that game. God damn it. Fuck you. We lost. Come on. All right, moving on. Week 8, the Titans. That should be a win.
The Titans should be a win.
Should be.
Falcons, Atlanta. I think is going to be a tough one. I know
I don't think so.
They're going to have a quarterback. They got a little bit of quarterback controversy brewing there on who the starter is going to be. New coach Kevin Stefanski. He always knows the Bengals, so I think that's going to be tough for us. They have weapons, but the last time we played Atlanta, we absolutely destroyed their defense. So we'll have to see how that goes. But I think Stefanski will get that offense humming with the weapons that he's.
I mean, that's a big game across seas too in Spain.
Yep.
So I don't see them losing to the Atlanta Falcons at all. At all.
Then we got Pittsburgh at home. Unfortunately, Pittsburgh's one of those teams we just typically split with. We never beat them, so that might actually be a loss.
Well, I will also point out though, granted, Joe Burrow is 9-7 when it comes to November games, but the majority of his wins are November games are when he's healthy.
Yeah, and the Bengals
losses
typically
are when
start getting humming right around that time too.
In November. So I feel if he's still healthy, again, no crazy injuries, if he's healthy, November starts to get really fucking hot and nasty for him. So I predict that depending on how the first 2 games go, if we walk into Pittsburgh and beat them that first time, we're beating them at home. I think we sweep them.
Okay.
I got us sweeping them in my second round picks too.
Oh.
First one I got them splitting, but that game after Atlanta is a Sunday night football game at 8:20 at night. So that's a primetime game too for Pittsburgh versus the Bengals here in the jungle.
And guaranteed that game will probably be
the
whiteout.
Maybe the whiteout game.
Don't do the orange and black game because that fucking was terrible. But the whiteout always seems to be.
Huh? You could always do the stripe out too.
Stripeout was terrible, but the whiteout, they always do great.
The first time they did a stripe out was fucking phenomenal because they did it at night.
Yeah, I know. Well,
The
this
second
last
time they did it was
everybody's
during
like,
the day and it sucked.
yeah, everybody was like, "Fuck this."
So then,
Week 11,
so
Commanders.
so the way you look at it, the week 9 we're Madrid. Week 10 Pittsburgh here on Sunday Night Football. Then week 11, which is the following week after the Pittsburgh game, at Washington, 8:15 Monday Night Football in Washington.
And the last time
I got us win.
And the last time Jaden Daniels faced the Bengals, he fucking destroyed us.
Yes, he did.
He
Rookie year.
fucking destroyed us. But I don't think they have the weapons they did 2 years ago compared to what they have now. But they also do have a very good coach with Dan Quinn that knows how to take the other team's offense of weapons away. I think that one's going to be a close game. I think that
I don't think
this
so.
one's a toss-up. This is a coin flip for me on this game. At Washington.
So, like I said,
Monday night.
Like I said, in my first wins, I got them winning, but in my second lookouts, I got them losing this game.
Like I said, I think that's a coin toss for me. That could go either way. Week 12, the Saints, that should be a win. Week
13, the Browns.
The Browns.
At Cleveland.
At Cleveland.
I say win.
Cleveland's tough. Cleveland, their defense is tough. They always play us fucking tough, and we always struggle.
You're correct. You're always correct against the defense, but I'm sorry, with Shador Sanders at quarterback or Deshaun Winston, or Watson, I'm sorry. No,
they got a new coach. So, I mean, it'll be interesting.
That's what I'm saying. In our division right now, we have 3 new coaches besides our coach. It's not new.
So coaches, Matt. We got 3 new coaches and 1 special ed coach.
Hey, but that motherfucker has shined in that helmet every fucking week for the last I don't know how many years.
Yep.
Whatever.
Zach Taylor?
Yeah, I mean,
all right.
I'm not. I don't hate Zach Taylor, but
short bus
week
for coaches.
14. Moving on. Kansas City.
rivalry here at home.
I think
that's
we win
a
that game.
I got us losing in both my first and second session.
I think we win that
first.
Yeah, I've got us down as losing that game. I hope I'm wrong.
I think Kansas City's defense, I don't think they're as good. I mean, I know they added some back end help with the rookies. But offensively, I don't think they have enough. They have been struggling the last 3 years. Travis Kelce's not Travis Kelce, right? Can he get you something? Yes, but he is not the same player.
He's got his mind somewhere else
that can beat you. They don't have a receiver. They still don't have a wide receiver. A true number one. I know they got Rashee Rice. They got Xavier Worthy. They have some. I don't think it's enough. So,
but one phone call for a cheap one phone call for a cheap contract for a guy who used to play for them, I think he's answering the call in a heartbeat for just to reunite and get one last go.
Yeah, I think if they get Tyreek Hill, there's at that point.
You gotta remember. Goddamn, their quarterback's supposed to be half the season, supposedly half the season.
Who? Mahomes?
But this is when he's supposed to be coming back.
Mahomes is on track to start week 1.
Okay, then.
Yeah, he's on track to start week 1.
Let's see. Honestly,
I say we win that game. I think that's a statement game for the Bengals. They have to win it.
Which one?
Against Kansas City. That's what he's saying.
Oh.
Week 15 at Carolina.
Week 15.
I mean, that Carolina's a playoff team. They've got some good players.
Carolina, I've got them win.
They're up and coming, but I think the Bengals go down there and they take the win.
Yeah, I got us winning that one.
Carolina was the playoff team with a losing record, correct? Where they were 8-9, right?
They're still a decent team.
But yeah, but I still think we go down there and
Yeah.
we get the W.
Week 16, Indianapolis Colts.
I actually have us losing this game.
Really?
Yeah, just because I think that this game we go in stupid, we go in overconfident, we have a poor game plan. I'm putting most of that on the coaching staff. We go in unprepared and we lose this game.
I would say it depends on what their quarterback situation is, right? If it's Anthony Richardson playing, absolutely not. I think we beat the Colts easily.
I mean, I hope you're
if
right.
it's Daniel Jones, it depends on what Daniel Jones that we would face coming off that Achilles. When he played for New York, he absolutely ran the ball over us. Can he do that in Indy off of an Achilles tear? I doubt it. Will we be able to put pressure on? But we also got to remember, Indy lost a lot of their defensive players. And they have our old defensive coordinator too, that knows how the Bengals are going to operate on offense. So that's
And who's their defensive back? Who's their defensive backs too?
Yep. So I
Sauce Gardner and who else?
I can't remember the other one.
Cam Taylor Britt.
Yep, that's right. I have this one as a coin flip.
Now he can tackle.
I have this one as a coin flip as well.
Mm.
Joe, you got the loss. I have this one can go either way.
I got both wins in my categories.
Like I said, I have it a loss just because I worry that, again, like I said, poor planning, poor preparation on the coaching staff. Team goes in and does piss.
I don't, because I think we travel well to this game, be an hour and a half away.
And well, here's the problem. I don't know because it's literally the day after Christmas or the 2 days after Christmas. That's the only thing that sucks about that game.
Well, we don't know because it's to be determined.
It's either going to be the 26th or the 27th.
6 or 27, they said, yes. The date and the time is to be determined. You are correct.
So we know it's either going to be the Saturday or the Sunday it's going to fall on. So
then after that is week 17 here against the Ravens,
which is a short
Thursday night, December 31st, 8:15 Thursday night.
That's a short week because, again, like Josh said, if the game against Indianapolis is the 26th or 27th, I mean, you're only talking 4, maybe 5 days difference. So that's a short week. I unfortunately have us, I feel like we went into Baltimore and we won. I feel like they catch us off guard and we lose this one.
And in my first prediction and my second prediction, I got them losing to the Baltimore Ravens both games this year.
Really? So you got okay. All right, week 18, Cleveland.
I think this one we win.
Yeah, at home we win.
I'm to the point to where I think the Bengals are going to do enough to get into the playoffs to where they don't need to really play this game. So I think they rest and just let kind of the backups play.
The only way I agree with that 100% is if we have sole possession of our conference.
I was going to say because what was our record last year?
What? 9? 7-9, something like that?
No, we only had 6 wins.
6 wins. That's the same thing. I'll be back. Uh-oh. We're going to have to hurry up. My battery's dying. We're going to
week or the season before that, we had 9 wins.
Yeah, we had 6 wins last year because we had.
I've got us going. The way I'm looking at it is depending on play. I've got us going 11-6.
I would say that, and I think that's why I said I think we'd be in the playoffs with 11-6. That's why we
my 11-6 has us winning
week 17.
That last game against Cleveland. So, but nonetheless, 11-6. However, they get to 11-6. Yep. I think 11-6 gets us in the playoffs.
Yep.
My prediction is with the healthy Joey B, 13-4. That's my prediction the first time around.
I'd be okay with that.
My second time around is 11-6 also. That's just straight up. 11-6. I think 11-6 is good for our division and good for our conference, which I think will lead us the way to the playoffs.
Yeah, I definitely think 11-6 will get us in the door, pending anything crazy. So, all right. I know your batteries. Before we go, I want to talk about one more thing because I'll be honest with you, I am absolutely impressed with this, and I don't know if you guys saw this, but Mayor Mamdani of New York City has successfully removed a $12 billion budget gap without raising taxes on the New York City citizens. Absolutely amazing. He should be so proud of himself, or should he?
No.
Because, ladies and gentlemen, the reason that he was able to cut this is because he got a fucking loan from the governor of New York State. He didn't make it.
Too good to be true.
He didn't cut the budget and get rid of a deficit. He made it bigger.
This is the same guy who fucking said grocery stores will be free in my term. And when's the first time it's going to happen? 2029. After his term's up. The guy's a fucking lunatic. That's New York for you.
The irony is that there are already people starting to petition to get him removed.
This is like watching fucking goddamn what is it called? Daredevil, where Kingpin's fucking mayor of New York,
Oh, it's like, I mean, honestly, this is what like watching a train wreck. You can't look away, but you know it's gonna be bad. You're just like, fuck, oh god, like it's coming.
I mean, everything he fucking said he would do will happen after his term's gone, and he will be gone.
Oh, Josh's phone died.
He can't plug his fucking thing in to charge.
Red Soja said no.
Loser.
So, all right. Well, that's our time. Thanks for joining us. I'm Dr. B. We got Matt. Fuck the other guy because he disappeared.
Got fired.
He got fired. The talent's been fired. Fuck that guy. See him on his next show with the tall Asian, the Asian Persuasion, because he got fired from this show. Until next time, thanks for joining us on Idiocracy Talk Radio. I'm Dr. B, and that's Matt.